Hello everyone, welcome to stage 5 of Tour De Zwift. This one is 2 laps of Richmond. It's 33 kilometers with about 300 meters of elevation gain. This one is a road circuit, so I need to change my bike. Last time I used a mountain bike, this one I'm going to change back to my road bike. I have a Cannondale Evo, that's the only bike I've bought on Zwift. Let's stick to green, favourite colour. Alright, let's get to it. I'm just going to have a warm up and then we will start.
Before we start, I've got loads of comments about my front suspension, so let me show you what I'm dealing with here.
So this is my front suspension. This little dial here, I can twist one way to make it harder, twist one way to make it softer. I thought if I twisted it enough, maybe it would lock or something like that and then stop moving. So this is what I deal with now. I can push it down with my hand and it just moves. But I twisted it too much. I thought I'd get some pliers, apply some more force, and now it just spins openly, and I'm pretty sure I've broken it. So now there's no way to even make it harder. It's just stuck on its softest setting, which is not ideal, but I just have to deal with it for a while until I get a new bike.
So I weighed myself this morning and I'm somehow 98. A few days ago I was 101, so I really don't understand that. A 3 kilogram variation in just a little while. It's very strange. But I'm not complaining because I can lower my weight again. So in 2 weeks it's my birthday and my girlfriend has hinted that I might get something bike related. So hopefully either the bike or the trainer will soon be upgraded. And then, yeah, I'll have a new setup and I'll do a setup tour of that, which will be quite nice. I'm looking forward to finally getting rid of this wheel-on trainer. I mean, it works well for, it does well for the price, but it'd be nice to get something, a smart trainer, just to, you know, upgrade a bit. All right, so yeah, that's it for the intro. Let's jump straight in.
So just starting now, this is 2 laps of Richmond. It's quite a flat route, but at the end there are 3 really big hills. So I'm going to try to average about 200 watts around here, see if I can find a group, and then I will attempt to stick with them. My worry is that when I get to the hill, they will probably drop me, because being a heavier guy, climbing up hills isn't my strong suit. "10 minutes in, I found a nice group to sit with. We're all doing about 2 watts per kilogram. It's all going quite well at the moment. I'm just trying to save energy in the draft here, keeping my heart rate low at about 150, 160. I'm not pushing hard at the moment, just trying to relax. Just coming up to the big downhill now. This bit is a nice chance to relax. I get to have a drink, have a banana, and my heart rate drops really low down to about less than 150, which is awesome because it means I can have a proper rest and get ready for the climbs, which are just about to start. So this is the first of 3 hills on the first lap. So I was really worried about this because hill climbing is hard for heavier people, but I needn't have worried because I managed to put out a solid 350 watts all the way to the top of this hill, overtaking loads and loads of people, but I wasn't sure whether this is just me overexerting myself, whether these people are smarter than me, saving their energy for later hills, but we can wait and see if I'm gassed for the next hill or not. But overall I was very happy with this. I thought I'd get dropped, but I managed to stay with everyone. My heart rate at the top of the hill was 184, which is a sort of number I normally see at the end of a race when I'm sprinting for the line, so I really need to recover now and take this chance to get my breath back. Fortunately, there's a downhill straight away, so this is a good chance to get my heart rate lower. By the time I get to the bottom of the hill, my heart rate is down to about high 160s, but the next hill comes really quickly, so I need to see if I can get up this one any better. So at the beginning of this hill, I start putting out about 400 watts, which is ridiculous and definitely not sustainable at all. And then halfway through, I realize my mistake and drop it down to about 300. I say I drop it down, it means I just got exhausted and cannot hold on to 400 anymore. And a few people overtake me, but there's nothing wrong with that. They're probably lighter and better cyclists than me. At the top of the hill, the heart rate is back up to about 180, so again I need to take another chance to relax and recuperate. There's another downhill straight away, so this is a good chance for me to relax. I actually stopped pedaling completely at one point, which is normally not a very good idea, but to be honest I really just needed a rest, so I'll take any rest I can get. And then coming up to the final hill on the lap. Final climb of lap 1, this one just goes on and on, it's so long. So I maintain about 300 watts up this hill, the heart rate just goes up, and yeah, I make it to the top and then realise the lap isn't even finished. Once you get to the top, you've still got another 500 meters or so off flat, which bodes well for the final lap, because once you get to the top of the hill, you'll probably be very exhausted, and then you have to sprint for the line, which is going to be horrible. I didn't go as hard on this hill. By the time I got to the top of this one, my heart rate was about 175, which isn't too bad, but I now need to spend the rest of the lap recovering because I know how I have to do it all over again. So now I'm just recovering. I'm really dropping the watts down to like 150, just trying to get my heart rate down. I'm all on my own, so I'm just going to wait for a group to pick me up and then try to stick with them again. So it doesn't take long before a group picks me up, and now I'm just going to sit in their slipstream, save as much energy as possible, and then wait for the horrible hills to come back. So about 10 minutes later, I've had a lot of time to relax. My heart rate is really low now, 140, barely even putting any effort in, just sitting in their slipstream, recovering, having a great time. Approaching the first climb of the second lap, and I make a fatal error. I tried to change the music on my phone because I needed some banging tunes to motivate me up the hill, and in that little moment of time they managed to pull out a massive gap. So at the beginning of the hill I already have a major disadvantage and I need to claw them back. Just starting to climb now, and look how far ahead they are. They've managed to pull a massive gap on me, but on the upside I have excellent music playing, which provided me with some sort of mental boost, and I managed to close them up really quickly. Having to dig really deep though, but it will be worth it once I overtake them all. So my heart rate started at about 160 at the bottom of the hill, and now it's going to be about 180 when I get to the top. But everyone else just seems still. I don't know where this energy is coming from, but yeah, they can't even keep up. It's absolutely dominating this hill. By the time I get to the top, my heart rate is like 183, which is not too great considering I still have 2 big hills to go. But I've managed to pull out a 2-4 second lead over the people behind me, so I'm just going to try to relax now that I'm at the top. I'm still putting out about 250 watts, which is a high number, but I know I need to rest as soon as possible. So I use the downhill to take a massive rest. My heart rate drops from about 180 down to about 170. But by that time we're already at the next hill, and this one really does not go great for me. I tried to put out loads of power at the beginning, but halfway up I just hit a massive wall and my power drops considerably, and the people I just built a big lead over catch up with me straight away. So now it's going to be a one hill sprint to the finish. So I try to recover as best as I can on the downhill, have some water, stop pedaling for a bit, and yeah, the heart rate is down to about 170, starting the final hill. Not looking forward to it. Let's see how it goes. So now it's just a final sprint up the mountain between me and Alonso. So let's see how this plays out. So I'm trying to put down about 300 watts. In the first hill I was putting down 400 watts, so you can tell I'm a bit fatigued. But coming to the end of the hill now, he starts to slowly pull away from me and I just can't keep up with him. So this is the end of the hill just coming up now, and it's just a 0.5k sprint to the end, so let's see if I can do it. So I shift into a really high gear and try to get on top of it, but I just don't have any energy left and I can't do it. So I've lost a lot of time here, so I need to shift into a lower gear to try and get my sprint going again.
Alright, that's stage 5 done. That was some good racing there again. Pretty happy with that sprint at the end, and the hill climbs, they're pretty tough but good fun. My average watts for that was much higher than before. Normally it's about 200, but this time about 220. It's more fun when you stick with a group, because then you really want to try to keep up with them. But yeah, overall good fun. I'm going to do a quick cool down now. Lots of people in the comments said it's best to do a nice light spin after, so I'm going to do that. Only 3 more events left in Tour De Zwift. I'm going to put the ones which I'm cycling on the YouTube channel, so if anyone wants to join me in these races, that would be excellent. So yeah, that's it for this one. I'll see you for stage 6.